And the Bears, first down. First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
So from the 36 now, first and 10.
He's scared.
First down, a run with Cohen. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's second and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's second and 9, just a yard on that last run.
54. We own this. We own this. Shift. Watch the shift. Red, come.
Trubisky gives to Cohen. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
First carry now for the Memphis man, Darrell Henderson. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
Lock in. 51, Mike, 51. Hey. 51.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. That is caught by Cohen. Call it a 3-yard gain, and that's going to bring up a third down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's third down.
Check. 18.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. That's complete to the Memphis man, Anthony Miller. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10.
Check 37.
He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And he's got it all the way down to the 12-yard line. That good for 19 and a first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
54 Mike. Hey, alert. Kill. Turn up. Pilot, 64, weak.
They'll run on first down. It's Cohen. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
At the Cowboys' 7-yard
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Second down, it's Henderson. And he'll be stopped up after only a couple of yards as he gets it down to the 5. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
Check, check. Lucky. Hatch it. 54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. Now after the false start, they need 8 yards here on 3rd down.
Kill. Hey, ball. 10. Shoot. Topper.
Now it's Trubisky. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Here's Dustin Hopkins now to try the field goal.
A 27-yard attempt.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Hey, watch it. Check 99.
Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Hey, switch gears.
Hey, kill. 47.
Prescott from the gun. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
It's 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion.
Tight end roll. Hey, we got 3 down.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. Carrying it out deep for Smith. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up. Now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Fielded at the 20. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point?
The kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that.
Toe bash.
I don't know about that.
Toe bashed it.
Super toe.
So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. From the shotgun is Trubisky. He's going to find his tight end. That's Chris Herndon. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 27 yards there, a first down.
It's so important to tackle well against these guys, but you and I both know that's easier said than done when the guy you're trying to tackle looks like this guy.
And it's usually going to take more than one man to get him down, and it did right there. And he's got this one across midfield into Cowboy territory. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, it's Cohen. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down, keep the sticks moving.
Watch the ship. Watch the ship. Hey.
The quick throw out wide, caught by Robinson. Now Robinson coughs up the football. It's loose. It's picked up by the Cowboys. He's at the 30. And he will score. Touchdown, Cowboys. And that's a linebacker showing he can move pretty good with the football in his hand.
That's not just a short shuttle now. He took it and went a pretty good distance, didn't he? Did you get the 40 time on that?
I didn't, but he got 6 points out of it. I know that, and a great play for that defensive unit. Now for the point after. And this is up and good to make it 7-3.
Makes the score Cowboys 7, Bears 3.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
At their own 22-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
Henderson now on 1st and 10. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
On first down, Cohen. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11. At the 46-yard line.
Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get
I want to work.
the field. Shift.
On 2nd and 11 now. Trubisky nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes. And just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Here's Trubisky to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
On second down now, it's Elliott, and he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
47.
14's the mic. 14's the mic. Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that team on.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
He was taken down by Kyle Ford. A gain of 9.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
4-yard pickup on the play. First down, Cowboys.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on first and 10.
Here we go, 46, 46.
Mark 4. You got
Here we go, kill.
You got nothing. Check 13.
26.
They'll try to throw now. Prescott. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great. And what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big gain. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30. This is Elliott. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down.
Here we go. Hey, kill. Here we go, 47.
Check. Fresno. 66. Now.
26. 26.
Throwing on second and 14. Prescott. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, if you go by the numbers, you'll find as the temperature goes down, so does the passing efficiency. And now that we're in December, even the routine throws are going to be harder for the quarterbacks. And this one, it winds up getting picked off.
Line 54. Hey.
A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Moving backwards on first down, never a good thing. What does that do for the mindset on second down?
Well, it changes your play call, definitely, because as a play call, you're advancing yourself thinking, okay, we're going to get a gain here. Now you've got to go back in reverse, come up with something to pick up not just the yardage lost, but gain a few.
And got his man complete. The 20. Touchdown, Chicago. Mike Evans. In the final seconds of the first half, and the Bears have retaken the lead. So they're able to capture the lead here just before halftime.
And not only that, they get the ball to start the second half.
That's right.
This is almost like basketball down the stretch, right, where you get the 2-for-1 situation where you try and get 2 shots to your opponent's 1. In this situation, they got the touchdown. They'll get another shot at to start the second half.
Could be a big turnaround. Following the touchdown, Dustin Hopkins will kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. So we're at halftime here on Christmas Eve as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Throwing on second down. Prescott. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. That catch good for 5. It's third down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5.
Kill! 47!
Fight 4. Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense. Let's go.
We're going to 54. Why? 26.
Out of the gun. Here's Prescott. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Hey, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Robinson's got it. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Let's go. Let's bring it. Switch.
Trubisky now to throw on 3rd down. The catch made by Miller. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Here I come again. Slam.
They'll try to counter here. Cohen. He's got the first down and more past midfield. Chicago! Tariq Cohen with his 16th touchdown of the year as the Bears push further out in front. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working and call more of that.
Again, it's Elliott. Trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be stopped right near the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's Prescott. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now fourth down. Trying to get their tight end involved finally. That's the first time that they've looked his way. He's kind of been a forgotten man in this offensive scheme.
Yeah, didn't look his way at all in the first half, and I'll bet you the offensive coordinator made a note at the half and said, let's get him involved because he could be a big-time playmaker for us.
12 yards on the return that time, and the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Xavier Woods, the free safety, up to make the tackle.
Second and 6 at the 27-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Hey, here we go.
Red, top.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up third down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On third down, Trubisky. And he's got Miller. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. The quick slant, good for 8 and a first. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
I got you. 25, check 20. You draw Porker.
This is Cohen. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. A gain there of 12 yards and a first down for the Bears.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front seven, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
Under a minute to go in this third quarter as they come up 1st and 10.
Check 3. 36.
Now a run with Henderson. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. DeMarcus Lawrence in on the tackle. This defense could use a few more plays like that right now.
It certainly could, but think about it from an offense's perspective right now. They've got a lead, but they don't want to throttle down too much and stall themselves. Still want to move at a nice pace.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Open man is Miller. He's got it. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A good pickup, 17 yards and a Bear first down. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Trubisky now, 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Off the toss, Cohen. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. 18. 6 guys. Check 6 guys. 22 jet bomber. 22 jet bomber.
On 2nd and 12, Trubisky. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Defensive end DeMarcus Lawrence applied the heat. And that sack certainly just strengthening his candidacy for Defensive Player of the Year. You think he's got that one in the bag yet?
I'm not willing to vote quite yet just because I want to wait until the season's over. But he is really tracking towards it. Just look at all the great plays we've seen from him throughout the season. Strength plays that you referenced there, as well as agility plays. Yeah. They just have not found a way to block him consistently.
Jim. Check. Motion. You. Motion.
Now Trubisky on 3rd and long. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. DeMarcus Lawrence in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 13 yards and a first down, Cowboys. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Wide. Get wide. You go tight.
Out of the gun, it's Elliott. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 37-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Prescott looking here for Smith downfield. It's caught at the 10. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Cowboys on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This time it's 3rd and 3. 10th carry now for Elliott. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Running with Elliott, and he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. Ezekiel Elliott not able to get it past the marker. And the Bears are going to get the football back, and they're going to get it in great field position.
Check, crunch. Hey, ball. 15, check 15.
Looking to throw Trubisky on 1st down, and that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. They've done a good job on these receivers, pretty much held them in check, and they're a little too close for comfort.
And you're always looking for a play to get you going, right? You're looking for someone to make one. But maybe this penalty, this pass interference call, that can help shake them loose.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Cohen. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. Bear in mind, that wasn't a big lineman back there for the tackle for loss. That was a cornerback.
So are you saying the myth has been shattered? That all of them are not just cover corners? Some of them actually will stick their nose in and tackle when necessary? That's what we just saw, isn't it?
And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
A 27-yard attempt.
Hopkins' kick is good. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8 up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3, and that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Prescott nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Leonard Floyd in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
Remember, throughout my career here, defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. But they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Off play action to Elliott. Here's Prescott. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Looking to throw. Prescott. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And, boy, possession here turns over with a football already being in the red zone.
Check, check. Walk 54. Walk 54. Wild Bill. Wild.
On first down, it's Cohen. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Able to stay in bounds, so the clock keeps rolling. And this defense right now backed up in the red zone. Another touchdown, it's over. They've got to stand tall quickly.
Been in this spot before. Now there's a little bit of desperation creeping in. And all you're doing when you're talking to your defensive teammates is, first guy there, hold him up. Second, third guy in, rake at the football. Get it out. We've got to create a turnover because one more score, and this game's over.
Again, it's Cohen. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. That leads us to a first and goal. It's a pickup of 8.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
And they'll indeed take a knee.
Trubisky on the keeper. It's a loss of 1. Brings up second and goal at the 3-yard line.
So they're backed up to the 3-yard line, second and goal.
54. Here we go, D.
So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah,